Hello Champagne Dreamers, welcome back to my channel. I'm your girl, Miss J. And today I wanted to do something a little bit different because I know there's been a lot of discussion about black-owned makeup brands and supporting black businesses, which I think is phenomenal. And I love that the black-owned makeup brand challenge is coming back as a video, that people are doing it and like big name YouTubers are doing it. I think that's wonderful. The problem is that with some of these videos, it seems like the only black-owned makeup brands that they know are Fenty and McGrath. Now, nothing against those brands. I actually, in this office, at some point am planning to do a full face of Fenty. I have a whole bin of Fenty products. There's a lot of stuff from Fenty that I really love. I haven't tried anything from McGrath just because she's so expensive. But there's more out there. There's a lot more options out there. And technically, if we're being a little picky about it, I don't know that Fenty counts as a black-owned makeup brand anyway. Fenty is a kendo brand. So I'm sure, just like with Kat Von D, we all heard a little bit when she left, they bought out her share of the company. So I'm sure Rihanna is a part owner, but she doesn't own it outright. It's a kendo brand. So including Fenty, it's not exactly a black-owned makeup brand. Now, I'm not going to be the person who says you can't do that, because I do think Fenty is amazing. I think what Rihanna is doing is really fantastic and innovative. I think her products are wonderful and colorful, and I think she's doing really exciting things. So I'm not mad about it, but I just think that if you are saying how much you love and support black-owned makeup brands, and the only ones that you can name are Fenty and McGrath, do you really though? Do you really love black-owned makeup brands? So I wanted to do this video where I can share with you a dozen black-owned makeup brands that I have purchased from that I think are a lot of fun. So if you're interested in that, we're getting into it right now. Now, before we get into the actual dozen, I actually have a few other brands that I want to mention as well. There are 4 brands that I want to mention that I don't have any personal experience with yet. The first one is the Lip Bar, and that one is just because it hasn't arrived yet. I have an order in from Lip Bar. I wanted to order some products to use for my Face Friday using a full face of various black-owned makeup brands. And so I ordered them, but because of Mean Miss Rona, everything's delayed, everything's taking longer than expected, so I just haven't gotten them yet. So because I haven't tried them, I didn't want to include them in the top 12. Another brand that I haven't had a chance to try yet is Mented Cosmetics. I've heard a lot of people talk about them and they sound pretty great. I did go and look at their site, and the only thing that kind of keeps me from placing an order with Mented is that a lot of it seems just very neutral. I'm a big old colorful drag queen. I mean, look at the Technicolor nightmare that's happening before you. Their stuff is very nude, very neutral, and so I just haven't seen anything that's really made me feel like I had to have it, but I'm going to keep an eye on them because I do hear great things about the brand. Another brand that I haven't had a chance to try yet is brand new, and right now all of their stuff is sold out and it's on pre-order, which is great, and that is Propa Beauty. So both Emily Hanhan and Angelica Nyqvist from Sweden have done videos on Propa Beauty, and I'm kind of interested. I don't use stick lipsticks a lot. I tend to be more of a matte liquid lipstick person, just because for shows, for photo shoots, I need the longevity, and so being able to reapply lipstick is always an issue if I'm at a show. Right now, I'm sure I've probably got lipstick on my teeth. If not, I will have it by the end of the video. So with tube lipstick, I'm always fighting lipstick on my teeth. That's just the nature of my life. And so I'm interested, but right now they just do tube lipsticks, stick lipsticks, and they do nudes, which is great, and I think it's wonderful that they're all about creating a line of beautiful, pigmented, impactful nudes for women of all skin tones. But right now, that's just not what I need in my collection. So that's another one that I hear great things about their quality, and I'm going to keep an eye on the brand, and maybe someday they'll dip their toes into color, and I will be right there waiting. And the last one of brands that I haven't tried is Black Radiance. And that's one that I think is available in some Target stores in larger markets, or at least it used to be. And that's one that when I was originally shopping around for a lot of the products that I purchased for the black-owned makeup brand, a couple of years ago, even when I started looking, I was looking at their products and it was interesting, but I didn't see anything that was really drawing me in at the time. I found them to be very similar to a brand that's on my top 12 that I did order a bunch of products from. And so it was choosing between Black Radiance and this other brand, and so I happened to choose the other brand, but that's another one that if I came across them and there was something interesting, something colorful, I would definitely give them a shot because I hear great things. And it's great that they're more drugstore priced. And before we get into the top 12, there are also 3 brands that I wanted to mention because I'm really sad that it seems like, as far as I can tell, they're no longer around. So these are 3 brands that I had found. This is our little in memoriam segment because I found some really great products from them, and I'm hoping that maybe they'll reemerge. Maybe the owners will open a new brand with a new name, but here are 3 brands that are no longer around as far as I can tell from my research. Alright, so the first one is Pink Stiletto Cosmetics, and this is a setting spray that I got from them that's in this weird kind of metal spray can, but I also had some lip products that I actually used up. I had some little sample-sized lip products that I got from them that were pretty fantastic. I liked them. I had some glosses that were really pigmented and shiny, and I'm hoping maybe they'll come back around sometime. And another brand that seems to have disappeared, and their website isn't down, it just says we are temporarily closed. So I don't know if that means that they're going to be coming back. I certainly hope so because I liked the products that I tried from them, and I would like to try more. And that is 1675 Cosmetics. And so when you look at it, it actually looks like IVIVIIIV, which is 1675. It's a whole thing. I had to ask them about that. I was like, what's this about? And it has something to do with a special date, so 1675. They had some really fun pressed powder products. So this is Envy, which is a highlighter that I have, which is a golden green highlight, which is really pretty. It's really duochrome-y. With a great golden green finish. Their highlighters were amazing. They had this beautiful deep maroon blush called Crantastic, and I actually had that in my empties video. If you go watch my empties video, I'll link that up here in the cards, and that was really wonderful. And so we'll definitely make sure that we keep an eye to see if they come back. I mean, look at that. That's so gorgeous. I love it. Alright, and the last brand that seems to have disappeared that I'm a little sad about is Lip Addict. And this is their liquid lipstick in the shade Moneymaker, and this is their lip gloss in the shade Psycho Bish. And these are just fun. I really liked the formula on these, especially the liquid lipstick. This green is gorgeous. This gloss is semi-sheer, but over like a red liquid lipstick. It just gives it this like berry purpley wonderfulness that I absolutely love. So Lip Addict is another one that seems to have gone away. Bye. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into 12 black-owned makeup brands that are not Fenty or Pat McGrath. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you some sample products. These are all products that I have in my collection. Most of them I've used at least a little bit. Some of them I've used a lot. Some of them will be very familiar to you if you've seen my Face Friday posts on my website, or if you've watched any of the few videos that I've even uploaded so far. A lot of these have become staples in my makeup kit. And we're going to start with the brand that I actually am wearing on my face today. And this is a full face using Oma Beauty. So Oma is a fairly new black-owned makeup brand. They were started about a year ago, and in fact they recently had a 1-year anniversary sale, and it was bananas. I got some pretty fantastic deals, including their foundation. This is normally $40, and I pay the $40 without blinking. This foundation is so good, but they had it on sale for $11. I bought 2 backups, which is ridiculous, but that was such a good deal I had to do it. So they are pretty fantastic. I have a lot of their products. Like I said, this is pretty much a whole face of Oma. Also, it's going to be a Face Friday walkthrough that should be live, I believe, this week. So this Friday, you should see that. Another brand that I have enough products to do a full face, and this one is live on my website, janessaj.com, so I'll make sure I link that in the description box so you can take a look, and that is Beauty Bakery. I love a lot of the products from Beauty Bakery. If you read my Face Friday post, you know I don't love them all. And that's not really the point. I don't think that you have to love every product from a Black-owned makeup brand. Makeup is subjective. People are going to like different products. Things are going to work for some people and not work for others. And I think that that's fine. I think that's true of any brand. But I think that being open to finding new brands and looking at what some different companies have to offer. I especially love the face palettes from Beauty Bakery. Those are probably my favorite products that they carry. This one, the Milk and Honey palette, which is upside down. I just realized now I've been holding it upside down. It's like it never happened. We don't have to talk about it. It's fine. But this Milk and Honey palette is really fantastic, and this is a really great highlighter palette for all different kind of skin tones. It's got some beautiful shades. And also right here I've got the Cotton Candy Champagne palette. This is the blush lighter palette, and I love, love, love a glowy blush. If you love pinky mauvey glowy blush shades, this is a wonderful option for you. And this is just adorable. They always kill it with their packaging. This is the So Icy highlighter. It's a loose highlighting powder, and it's in this cute little ice cream container. How adorable. And their blending eggs come in a little egg carton, and their flower powders come in these little flour sacks. It's just so adorable. So if you like cute makeup products, if you want things that are going to be little statement pieces on your vanity, some of those that have the cute packaging are wonderful, but they also just have good products. There are some things that I really do enjoy from them. Another brand that I've done a full face look with, and this is actually the look that you saw in a lot of my previous videos with the rainbow eyes, that was from a brand called Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place is one of the better known indie Black-owned makeup brands. They've been in Ulta for a while, and they have amazing, amazing eyeshadow palettes, especially. That's my favorite, if I can get this open. This is the Magic palette by Juvia's, and this is one that really has so many wonderful things. It's not available in this larger 36mm size anymore, I don't believe. I think you have to get the mini size. But like this shade down here, this deep, deep indigo shade, it's called Ife. So gorgeous. And this green and this green, both of these are just wonderful. So like these cool tone shades and then these warm tone shades, their shimmers are wonderful. And what I like about Juvia's is that their mattes are just as good as their shimmers, and you don't find that with a lot of brands. A lot of brands seem to be good at one or the other, but can't seem to nail both. And if we're honest, usually shimmers seem to be a little bit easier to get right. And they're just good at both of them. I love it. Another thing that I really like from Juvia's Place are their face products. So this is the Heroin Glow 2 by Juvia's. And this is sort of a highlighter. You could use it over blush to make your blush more glowy. And it's just wonderful. And another thing that I love about Juvia's Place is that all of their palettes and a lot of their other products have this beautiful artwork that's inspired by different cultures and traditions of Africa, with these wonderful models showing off the colors. And the packaging is colorful and beautiful. And I'm a fan. I've been a Juvia stan for a while. I have almost all of their eyeshadow palettes. I'm running behind. I still need the bundle of the 4 mini palettes, and I need the newest palette, the Wahala, the Drama palette. That was sold out before I could get it. I'm excited to see what else they do. I'm so excited that they've been expanding out into complexion products. And if you do want to see the full walkthrough of how I did the rainbow eyes, I will link my Face Friday post using a full face of Juvia's Place in the description box. The next brand that I have, the products I've actually been using for a while, and they have gone through a name change. So these are some blushes from Vault Cosmetics by Jackie Megiddo, and they are now called Jackie Megiddo Cosmetics. So she changed it to her name. So this is the old packaging. This is the old brand name. These are 3 blushes. I haven't played with these a lot, but I do like their blush formula. It's nice and pigmented. You get some pretty fun color payoff. I really do like it. And then I have this gloss. This is in Hint of Mint. This is a peachy gloss that smells minty and delicious, and I love it. So look for Jackie Megiddo, and that's M-G-I-D-O. The next brand that I have is one that I found quite a few complexion products from. I think that's one thing that sometimes white people who aren't paying attention, they think that if you're trying to order from a Black-owned makeup brand, you're not going to be able to find complexion products that fit your skin. And certainly I don't think that black-owned makeup brands have to cater to white people. I think the world already does a good job of that. So if you are shopping from a black-owned makeup brand, you're like, I can't find colors for me. Just remember that other people feel like that every goddamn day. So get over yourself, Karen. But I actually have not had a lot of problem finding complexion products that work with my skin tone from black-owned makeup brands. And one of those brands is Black Opal. And this is the brand that I was mentioning earlier when I was talking about Black Radiance, is that they're both sort of less expensive, a little bit more drugstore priced brands that have a lot of really good basic products. So I decided to order from Black Opal instead of Black Radiance. I just found a few more products that I was more interested in trying. And so I got things from their True Colors line. This is the Perfecting Primer, the True Color Perfecting Primer Hydrate and Correct. And this has a little bit of a color to it. You can see through there, that's actually a little window, so it's got kind of a beigey tone to it. This is their Cream Stick Foundation. So this is a stick foundation. You can see nice and light for my pasty skin tone. And that is in the shade Cool Nude. And I also got the Deluxe Finishing Powder. So lots of complexion products. And they also have other things. They have eyeshadows, a full color cosmetics line, but for this particular project, I decided to order in some of their complexion products. And this next brand should be very familiar to people. This is one that went viral when they launched their box of crayons. And that, of course, is the crayon case. So this box of crayons, this is one of the palettes that was popping around on YouTube for a while. Definitely, they did a good job of strategically sending out their PR to influencers who gave a good review and checked it out. I know that Jen Love's reviews had some issues with the brand, but this is a big, lovely palette. I do generally like this. I've played with it a little bit. I haven't played with it a ton. I'm excited to get in and dig around and play with it more, but I like that it's a nice, basic, colorful palette. So if you need a really good go-to colorful rainbow palette that has some matte options, has some shimmer options, this is the Box of Crayons palette from the crayon case. I also have a couple of their color correctors. These are from their highlighter concealer line. And so I have the pink color corrector and the green color corrector. Now I do want to try out the actual concealers. I want to try to figure out what my shade would be for the concealers, because my issue with the color correctors is that they're almost too pigmented for a color corrector. Because with a color corrector, you just want something that you can put down a little bit of the color and blend it out so that it looks neutral. I am a pink beast, so when I do a color corrector, obviously I don't want to just turn my whole face green. That's just going too far the other way. I want something that will blend out and just kind of neutralize, have just enough green to balance out the pink that's there. So these are almost a little too pigmented. If you're going to use these, you have to be really careful. You have to go with a really light hand and really work on blending them out. $5 for a fantastic color corrector. And if the concealer is the same pigmentation and consistency and formula as the color corrector, I think the concealer is going to be amazing, because they do have a lot of pigmentation, a lot of coverage, and so I think as a concealer that formula would be bomb. A brand that I really like their lip products is Kaor Beauty. Now, you may have seen Kaor in some people's anti-hauls, and kind of for good reason. She did, I think, a highlighter palette and maybe an eyeshadow palette that looked like a K, if you've seen that packaging, where it looked like a K, which is the most fucking awkward letter to try to turn into a palette. It was not a great life choice. But her lip products are actually not too bad. So I have a couple of her neon glosses. So these are pretty fantastic. These are in the shade Rich Bitch and Neon Lime. And so these are just fun, neon-colored, pigmented glosses. It's not full opaque, but you get pretty good coverage from them. She also has some tube lipsticks that I think are pretty great. This is a green shade called Jamaica. This is a pink shade called Keisha Kaor, which is her signature color. And then this nude shade, appropriately called Nudity. And I do like the stick lipsticks. She sells them separately, or you can buy them in kits with glitter. And she claims that the glitter and the lipstick are formulated to work together. I mean, I have to side-eye that a little bit, because when you open it, it's just glitter. And these lipsticks, there's nothing that I can tell that's different. And it's literally just taking glitter and pressing it into the lipstick, which is great for photos. It's wonderful. You press it on. As long as you're not talking and not pressing your lips together, you can do that. But pressing glitter into lipsticks, eventually it just becomes a crunchy cat litter mess. I mean, it's just not great. So I like the lipsticks. I would say skip the glitter or get the kit with the glitter, but try using something like Lit's glitter adhesive to make it stay on, because I think that if you try to just put it into the lipstick, it's going to be a little bit of a disappointment. I didn't have a great experience with it. I just found that as I moved my lips and put my lips together, it just got kind of crumbly. But the lipsticks themselves are fantastic. A brand that I reviewed recently on my website, The World of Champagne at JanessaJ.com. Have you noticed how I make sure to repeat that multiple times in every video? Are you sick of it yet? And that is JD Glow Cosmetics. And actually, I was buying from this brand before I even knew that they were a Black-owned makeup brand. That was something that ever since Black Lives Matter has been in the news and people have been trying to say, well, how can we support Black businesses? New lists have been coming out talking about Black-owned makeup brands. And I saw JD Glow and I was like, I didn't even know. I just knew that they made fabulous eyeshadow products. And I was excited that I could add them to my collection of balm products. So these are some of their single shadows, and I have really been loving their single shadows. I try not to play with them and mess with them too much before I actually get the review done. I like when I take the photos for the reviews on my website, I like the pans to be pristine. I'm weird like that. But I'm excited now that I've done the review that I can play with these more. And I'm actually going to be including these in the last Face Friday post of June, where I do the mixture of all of these Black-owned makeup brands that I'm talking about today. So definitely look for at least one, if not a couple of these shadows to show up in that, which will be published the last Friday of June. And another brand that's got some pretty fantastic complexion products, as well as a whole range of color cosmetics, is Sacha. So this is the Sacha Buttercup Setting Powder. And I used to buy the Ben Nye Yellow Setting Powder, the banana powder. And this is a little bit darker, it's a little bit deeper, but it's still pretty good. Now, for light-skinned people, and especially very fair-skinned people, this can almost be a little too dark. Like, the yellow can be a little bit too dark. But if you're using it, like if you've got kind of a bronzy, like a medium to deep, it's going to be a lot easier. And even if you've got, like, I'm more light than I am fair. I'm definitely in that light edging towards medium. And if I am doing kind of a warmer toned look and I have a yellowy foundation, so if I'm using one of my Too Faced foundations, because God knows those foundations are yellow as fuck, I can use this powder and it just blends in beautifully. They also have some really beautiful blushes that I like. And so these are a couple of blushes that I picked up. This is the shade Perfect Wendy, which is a beautiful bright, bright pink. And then this shade is Matte Brown, and this I actually picked up for contouring. Another great brand, if you are looking for stick lipsticks, is Gold Label Cosmetics. They have a number of different lip products, but I really love them for their stick lipsticks. And so, especially if you want a really dark color. So this is the shade 1978, which I love because it's the year that I was born. Again, no need to do the math. Anytime I mention that, just let it pass you by, okay? I'm 22. But this is the shade 1978. It's a deep, deep purple. And then there's this shade, which is Dark Children, which is a deep, deep brown, which is really beautiful. They also had one called Evil Twin that I don't know where it is. I've been looking around for it. It's a beautiful, bright coral. So Gold Label Cosmetics has really great stick lipsticks. They do have a liquid lipstick that's in like a clicky tube. And I didn't love those just because I have so much makeup and I'm not an everyday makeup wearer. And so it kind of started to get dried out in the tube. Now, if you are one of those people who likes to find a color and rock it for a long time or rock it fairly often, so you're not dealing with the sea of options that I am constantly drowning in, you might really like it. Because I think if you kept using it and you were using it more regularly, it would help it stay cleared out. Because it's one of those where you click it and it comes through that kind of, the dough foot is almost like built onto the tube, and it's a little bit like got that velvety kind of texture, and it just got dried out and kind of caked up in there, so I had to throw those away. They were actually included in my empties video from all of the products that I gathered in 2019, and that's available on my channel, and I will also link it up here in the cards. And so I really do like their stick lipsticks. Now, at one point, they have an affiliate program, and I did sign up for an affiliate link. I never made a cent off of it. I had it on the old version of my website, and ever since I've relaunched, I haven't put any affiliate links or anything. I don't know if that code still exists, so like technically I may still be affiliated to them, but I don't have a link anywhere that you can shop from. I think I had a code. I think there was a code that you could put in that would save you money. So I think I actually had an affiliate code. See, I don't even really know. So technically I have had some sort of relationship with them in the past. I don't know if it's still active, to be honest. So anything that I'm saying is not affected by that because I've never made any money and I don't even know how to access it. But just wanted to put that out there in full disclosure. If you're looking for some really fantastic lashes, a black-owned makeup brand that I would recommend is Lena Lashes. This is one of their collections, Lash Girl. I don't know that this particular collection is still available, but I know I have another one of their collections called Sin City, which I think is a collection of 5 lash styles. That one is still available, and they have a number of different collections of both synthetic and mink lashes, and they also sell single pairs of lashes that are both synthetic or mink options. And in addition to the lashes, they also carry some color cosmetics. They have liquid lipsticks pretty standard on their site. These are a couple of shades that I've gotten from them in the past. And I know that they still have the Lemonade highlighter palette. This is a wonderful, wonderful gold, yellow, bronzy kind of highlighter palette. I love this. It's only $20, which I think is a good deal for this sort of highlighter palette. And they have sales fairly often. I think I got this one for $5. So they have like half off, 75% off. So you can find deals on this palette fairly often. But I think this is a great little basic highlighter palette. Let me swatch one of these for you. Let me just go into this one and you can see. And then I picked the one that's kind of skin tone. So maybe, but yeah, you can see really reflective. I hope that picks up on camera. But it's just this beautiful, beautiful kind of rose gold highlight. They've also at different times, I don't know if these are available now, but they have these little pots of glitter that I think are really fun. This is the yellow one in the shade LAX. So a lot of fun from Lena Lashes, and they do have great options. Now, if you are cruelty-free, this may not be the best option for you because they do also sell mink lashes. I like to end that one on a downer.
But still, you're telling people.
Telling them the truth. We speak the truth. And the last of the 12 black-owned makeup brands that are not Fenty or Pat McGrath is Colored Rain. And a lot of people have talked about Colored Rain, and for good reason. They have a fantastic, fantastic, pigmented, beautiful, gorgeous, stunning eyeshadow formula. So this is actually a Colored Rain branded palette, and in this I have a bunch of single shadows from Colored Rain. You can ignore these 3 up here. These are from Juvia's place. Juvia's used to sell single shadows. They don't anymore, and I wish they would do that again, but I digress. But all of these other smaller pan singles are from Colored Rain, and they do an amazing, wonderful pigmented formula. I'm super excited to play with these more. I've swatched them and I play with them every once in a while. I'm really delicate with them, so they look almost brand new. But every once in a while I just put my finger and I play and I'm like, what should I do? I have trouble using my single shadows. So if you go and check out my previous video where I talk about the year of singles and single eyeshadows, it's always a struggle for me, but I'm definitely working on it. So I'm excited to play with these more, and these are also going to be featured in my last Face Friday post of the month for June of Pride, where we do the collection of all different assorted black-owned makeup brands. Now, in addition to the singles, they also do some really great liquid lipsticks, and they do matte liquid lipsticks and they do metallics, and their metallics are pretty legit because I've noticed that it's not too hard for a company to make a somewhat decent matte liquid lipstick. Some of them are not great, but most of them you can get at least a decent basic kind of liquid lipstick formula. But there's something about the metallics that just is not working for people. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it's a struggle, but they have a hard time. Colored Rain actually does a pretty good job with a metallic formula. It's not my favorite formula out there, but it's definitely one of the top, and it's pretty solid, pretty legit. So Colored Rain is another fantastic black-owned makeup brand. So that is the video. Those are 12 black-owned makeup brands that are not Fenty or Pat McGrath. And again, I promise you I'm not throwing shade at Fenty or Pat McGrath. They make wonderful things. One day I hope to suck enough dick that I can afford a Pat McGrath Mothership palette because they are gorgeous and stunning. But they're not all that's out there for black-owned makeup brands. And I think that they're not even the most interesting. And like we talked about at the beginning, Fenty doesn't even technically count. So they are great. They're wonderful. No shade to those products. But especially right now, this is a great time to be supporting indie makeup brands. And so I really wanted to highlight some fantastic makeup brands. And I know that I obviously didn't cover all of them. These are just ones that I have in my collection, or ones that I'm really excited to try, ones that are on my watch list. And so if you've got other favorites, please leave them down in the comments. I am always looking for new makeup brands to try out. I should also say that I haven't included any Etsy shops. I don't really shop on Etsy, not for any sort of reason. Like I have so many ways to spend my money right now that I don't need to find other ways. And Etsy sort of confuses me. And so I've gone to the website and it makes me feel like an old person. It makes me feel like a nana. And so I just stop. I know that there's other fantastic makeup brands, indie makeup brands that are on Etsy, that have Etsy stores. So if you have any recommendations for Etsy shops especially, leave them down in the comments, because I would love to hear about more Black-owned makeup brands that are available through that platform as well. So that's the video for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, I would really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up on your way out. It really helps with the YouTube algorithms. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so that you get notification of all future uploads. If you'd like to chat, banter, or commiserate between videos, you can find all of my social media links included in the description box. And don't forget to visit my website, The World of Champagne, at janessaj.com. Thanks so much for watching, and until I see you again, bye.
Well, I do still see the silver slightly. The slight silver. Good enough. Yeah, I think you have them bunched so much that... Oh! Look at that!
Yeah.
You're good! Okay, we're recording.
Okay. Oh, we don't need to record yet.
Oh, well. Got it. Good.
There's more out there. There's a lot more options out there. And actually... So I wanted to do this video where I could share... How many did I end up with? Okay.
Why can't you paraphrase and do something else?
I don't know. I just like that phrasing. I just like it. It rolls off the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Another one that I haven't had a chance to try out yet is Black... Nope, not Black Radiance. That's the next one. Another one that I haven't had a chance to try out is Black... Oh, no! God damn it, I just looked at it. Another one that I haven't had a chance to try out yet, because they are brand new to the market, and that is Propa Beauty. I've had a few people do videos that I've watched. I've had a few people do videos. And the fourth brand that I wanted to mention is Black Radiance. So that's another one that is a little bit more... That's another one. I haven't said any that are like that yet. There are 3 brands that are no longer around as far as I can tell from my research.
In the arms of the angels.
Put in some Sarah McLachlan music. Cue the one-eyed puppy. Lip at it. Digging in my bins. Yeah, this was a better system than just laying it out on the table. Just digging a bin. We're going to go ahead and go through them, and we're going to start with the champagne, strawberry, cotton candy, whatever that one's called. That one is wonderful. It's sitting right in front of me, so I didn't... The cotton candy champagne face palette is really great. Let's just do the Beauty Bakery over again.
Also, I'll point out that you start out with, all right. So if you want to try to not do that this time. You want...
All right, so... Fuck! What are you doing back there, Twitchy?
I'm trying to move my legs more. I'm bicycling with one leg.
All right. Damn it!
I was like, I was prepared for you. Okay. Let's find some synonyms for you.
That's it. And if we're honest, usually shimmers seem to be a little bit easier to get right and to get well, to get done well. Have this beautiful artwork that is inspired.
You're recording.
Oh, I said I was
Now I
ready.
can't eat my nut mix because it's going to be too loud.
It's going to be too loud. You'll just...
Don't worry, because I'm up like this. Like all my Facebook videos. Kitties! Kitties outside!
All right.
God damn you already.
Damn it.
Alright.
That'll be the bloopers. It'll just be you
All right.
explaining that I say all right all the time, and then I'll just cut in every time that I say
You'll
all
need
right.
it.
So Jackie Megiddo Cosmetics, but it used to be called Vault. Vault!
I'm going to just wait here and eat my nuts.
Classy. All right, so those are 12. That was another all right. Someday I hope to suck a okay. Someday I hope to suck a God damn it. Bye.